Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to pre-market report sponsored by Delta.exchange. Yesterday, the fear was very high. I think today morning, the fear seems to have subsided to a great extent. Say, for example, yesterday, uh, crude futures were trading around 8.5% higher. At the peak, it was 10% higher. But right now, it is only 1.5 to 2% higher. US futures. And the Dow future was down nearly 500 points yesterday night, but now it is only about 170, 180 points only. So reason, there are two reasons. Number one, so far there is no violent reaction from Iran side towards US. Of course, they continue to attack Israel, but not any measure against US. That's number one. Number two, US reportedly requested China to talk to Iran and not to block the sea route. So the container ship, are the crude oil ships, So Iran may block that the route. So now that fear is also less. So that is why crude oil recovered more than the US markets. So crude oil 1.5%, 2%, it's okay, it's nothing, right? Going forward, that may also subside. So if there is no big retaliation from Iran's side. Now, there are two things. One, people say, so far Iran has been giving a tough fight to Israel, they may continue to attack, On the other side, there are some people who say, in this last 1 week of conflict, so Iran has already lost a lot of money, because like how many missiles, how many drones. So like what is the cost of a drone? Minimum 10 crore, maximum 100 crore. The missiles also, they all like cost, they don't come at free of cost. So it costs huge amount of money. So how long Iran's economy can sustain this kind of attack? Israel can sustain, even if Israel cannot sustain, America will support, but who will support Iran? So therefore, market participants are thinking that, after this intense conflict for the last 1 week or so, things may, subside. Everybody will be looking for face saving measures, So therefore, now the understanding of the market is that this conflict is not going to get very big as feared yesterday. So that's why the US futures recovered so much. The Asian markets are down but not out. And same thing, GIFT Nifty also. GIFT Nifty, in fact, it was down about 100 points on Friday night itself, even before this US attack came. So that's because, the domestic institutions were big sellers, and also sentimentally, like I think 3 times as and when market went above 25,000, selling came. Now fourth time it has come. So all that, it was the reason. But right now the GIFT Nifty indicating, after falling 100 point on Friday night, now another like 30, 40 point. So that's not a big deal, right? So, but only thing is sentimentally, Nifty is likely to open below 25,000. So the question is, the people say amateurs open the market, professionals close the market. So we need to, instead of discussing where the market will be opening, so we need to discuss where the markets will be closing. So if Nifty closes above 25,000 today, so that is considered to be very, very positive. And, so the probability of breakout is very, very high. So this is what I've been saying for the last few weeks. Number one, Nifty is consolidating between 24,500 and 25,200. And, after this long consolidation, markets, ultimately will have to either break out or break down. The probability of breakout is very high. And I will not be surprised if Nifty touches the all-time high by the end of December, right? So the market sentiment is looking good. And of course, from now to December, there is more than 6 months. There are a lot of ifs and buts will happen. But market sentiment is looking good. Since last October, FIs have been net sellers for a huge quantity. But despite that, because of the retail people's support, the markets did not fall much. Right? In fact, markets recovered a lot from the recent low. I think the recent low is around 21,800 something. From there, there's a significant recovery. So for the short term, this is the last week of June series. Usually the last week of a series will be very, very volatile, and when the markets can make a trend. So there is a possibility that Nifty will likely to close at the upper end of the trading range by this Thursday. So in case if Nifty crosses 25,200 and closes about 25,200, so that is a time to take a short-term bullish view. So otherwise, for those who are playing in options, then all these things does not matter. Even if the Nifty gap down by 100 point, the time value will help them to recover their losses. So the damage may not be very big. So as I told you yesterday, we may be down but not out, and I will not be surprised even if the global markets recover and close in green by the end of the day, or at least by later by tomorrow, because the underlying current is very, very bullish. Domestic institution, it is just a profit booking. So in case market fall like 2-3%, they might be re-entering the market. Market need not fall to 3% because what they sold is a stocks, not the index. So to re-enter those stocks, if the stocks fall to 3%, they can re-enter. So one thing is that the downside is limited from here. So that is what I feel. And in case if the markets goes down, so the support will come from domestic institutions as they are booking the profits now. So that's a good thing about profit booking by domestic institutions. So let us see what is going to happen today. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.